Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to my garage. Well, here we are, a couple days after Christmas. I've been taking pictures and documenting what kind of production we're getting this time of year because it's important if you're sizing your system to know what the minimum amount you're going to get is. And that's where we are. We're at the winter solstice. At least it was a couple days ago. Production will go up slowly from here, but this is the basement. This is the bottom. I have taken some pictures and we'll go through those numbers. As a matter of fact, let's do that right now. Let's have a quick look at the systems as they're operating right now. It's, I don't know, close to 1 o'clock. Little slight cloud cover out there, kicking down 18.6, not too bad. That's where we stand at the moment on the Lifepos. The flooded lead acids are not doing too bad either. This is currently charging the emergency backup lights. So anyway, let's get into the production talk here. So I took some pictures and whatnot about 8:30 in the morning. We'll get in here where you can actually see it. So at 8:30 in the morning, we're kicking down 3.2. And then 5.3, which isn't too bad at 8:30. Then let's go to 10:30. 7.6 and 14.4. And 5 minutes before that, it was 6.8 and 13.2. Right there at 10:30, 11:30, it's really fluid, changing quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I came back at 10:45 and took some other pictures just so you can see. As you see, 10.7 and almost 19, or 19 actually. That was at 10:45, and then at 11 o'clock, that's going between 8 and 9, I believe, and 22.1. Which is doing pretty good at 11. Then we go up to 12:30 right there at the solstice. 23.8, right around 24 is what I've seen. That's somewhere around 330, 335 watts. Not too bad out of the panels that I got up there, all things considered. You won't ever get a full 400 watts out of 400 watts worth of panels. It just doesn't work that way. And then at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we got a 7.8 and a 16.8. That was taken day before yesterday, something like that. But it's just a mirror of the opposite in the morning to the afternoons until sunset. Now, I made a graph, so it may be a little bit easier to understand. As you can see, it's a rather big mountain in purple, and that's now. You don't get hardly any production until 9 o'clock, and then 10, 11, 12, all the way to 4. Now, the orange is spring and fall. The panels are more tilted towards that, and that's why the production is actually higher at a peak. And obviously, the days are longer, so you get more out of it. And the summer, it comes down and matches about the winter. Actually, I think it probably dips below a little bit and then goes back up. The summer's more of a up, down kind of thing. Because the panels are still facing mostly towards the winter, so at noon, winter or summer solstice, the sun is actually a little bit overhead of the panels, and you just don't get the production that you'd like to get. So, other than that, plan your system for this time of year because that's when the important things are happening. It gets cloudy for 5, 6, 7, 8 days at a time, and you need to figure out a way to make sure that you can keep your systems pumped up. We use the grid here. Obviously, if you're off grid, you're going to need a generator of some kind to provide that extra boost. Now, I made a couple videos going back a little bit here talking about how many times I've hit the grid, and as I hit the grid again, going from now until spring, I'll make some additional videos. The weather coming up doesn't look like it's actually all that great. It looks like it's going to be good today and maybe tomorrow, and then it looks like we're looking for another 7 days worth of clouds and rain and crud again. Now, with the current setup, with what we have, the 400 amp hours worth of batteries and the 3.5 constant draw on this system, we can go 4 days and sometimes stretch to 5 depending on how cloudy it is in between those 4 days. If it rains for 4 days straight, it'll never make it to 5. But if 2 of those 4 days has, minimal, they're cloudy, but they're not thick, dense clouds, it'll get enough out of the system to get us that extra day. But 400 watts, 400 amp hours, 3.5 constant load, good for 4 to 5 days. In the summertime, good for 5 to 6, but we never have weather that cruddy in the summertime, so you don't have to worry about it. Like I said, this is the time of year that you're planning for. Those are the numbers. That's what we put down. So I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. Thanks for everybody for stopping by. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. And hey, like and subscribe on your way out the door, will you? I'd appreciate it.